Today is Monday, the 24th of October. I have my calendar right over here. So here's the calendar. Here's where we're at right now. This is the hairspray. So here's where we're at right now as it sits. We have today 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days till Halloween. 8th day being Halloween. I'm going to do a couple things tonight. It's about 8 o'clock at night right now, so I'm going to do a few things that I need to get done. I did, however, manage to get to the store today. I got a couple of things. I picked up a couple new casters for the front. I've got some different PVC pieces for elbows to add to the smoke effect on the back. I also found these. I think this will kind of help. These are screw eyes. There's a couple of them in the pack. It was like $1.50 for a pack. So I think that's really going to help. What I'm thinking, I'm going to put one either here. This is the base of the car, either here or on the front here. And then I'll attach the come along. So as Haley's riding in the hover car, the future DeLorean hover car, she'll sit in there. I'll be able to pull from here without damaging any of the front bumper at all. So this will be sturdy, that'll be sturdy. I don't have to spend all this time and just have it get ruined on the night that I use it. So that's what I've got those for. I've also got a couple other things that I've got here that I think are going to be pretty darn close. And I don't know, let me know what you think. But I found, and the plumbing supply aisle has these toilet seat adapters. Now I've used these before. I've done a little bit of plumbing here and there, but they're braided stainless steel. That's fantastic. All the pictures I've seen have these braided steel lines all over it. So I grabbed a few of them. Now if I need to cut them and make them work for different size, more than willing to do that. But I think this, with Mr. Fusion and the boosters, with the smoke, and of course the blue lights, I think this thing is just going to be $1 million. I really do. Because remember, we're still trying to beat this. We're trying to beat the transforming bee costume. Trying. I'm going to get to work, get a couple things finished up. I'll come back here in a few minutes. It'll feel like no time at all to you, but I'll come back in a few minutes. Let you know what I got done. Okay, so I finished one booster. It took about 20 minutes. I finished one. I still need to put the little flaps on the inside. Tape stuck in my shoe. I still need to put the little flaps on the inside of the booster, but look at that. Maybe this will help. Put Mr. Fusion right next to him. No big deal. Look at that. Oh, that looks so awesome. And I put in this piece of 1/2-inch styrofoam here. Didn't need to keep the futuristic shiny metal side, but I thought it is a time machine, might as well put it in there, that way no one questions it. If it was the white with letters on it, more question. I even have half a nerve to maybe even draw and or print, maybe put some lights in here right at this particular point, because if you do know anything about the time machine DeLorean, you do know what sits right there, right? Flux capacitor. That may need a flux capacitor. See, I like doing the show. I can talk to you, talk to me. It's really just me talking to me. Come up with new ideas. There's going to be a flux capacitor right there where her back's going to rest. Flux capacitor. What a great idea. Thanks, guys. Okay, so now that I got the 2 black boosters done, I still need the flaps for them, but I'm going to work on that a little bit later. I want to get the shape of the car more looking like the DeLorean than all the finite details. I have a whole week to get that done. For right now, I've got the hood put on. I'm going to start wrapping the front bumper, and you can see the tongue, which is going to be sticking out. This is going to go back and tuck under and follow this body line here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this tongue out, and then when it's all said and done, lift the body off, paint this so it goes black, so it'll be invisible at night. So that way it still will hold the appearance of the car. So I'm going to start working on this now. Like that. Now, I think all we have to do, attach, and we're mobile. Look at that. Turn it. Wow. Check that out. If I needed to make a hard turn, I can pull it this way, and I don't even come close to hitting the front. This is so much fun. I love it. I'm gonna get questions all Halloween night. Well, who is this really for? Is this for your kids? Or is this for you? I don't know if I'm able to answer them. Kind of for me, I think. Okay, so we have Mr. Fusion, exhaust boosters, exhaust run line, which I'm thinking is going to be run along the side here, kind of give this extra side panel some more stability here. But let me give this a test run and see how it looks. Boosters, inlet, give me a second. Check this out. Boosters. Okay, so not too bad. I've got the inlet line run. Don't know where it's going to end up, but for right now it's kind of tucked along the side. I'm thinking I might put it along here and run it somewhere. Don't know where to run it yet. But I've got the two exhausts blowing smoke, as you just saw. I can do it one more time just because it is really fun to watch. Watch over there. Pretty cool. Okay, so progress for the day. We've gotten a front end put on. We've got the come along. We've got the boosters that are now semi-mounted. We've got Mr. Fusion kind of where it wants to be. The inlet hose, which I just went over, that goes down underneath up into the boosters and then shoots out each one here. So I think that's where I'm going to call it. Oh, don't let me forget. I also put on the new casters down here, so that way it will be much easier to pull and maneuver now that I have a decent set on there. So here is the DeLorean in all its glory as it sits. You can see the two export tubes right there. I still have to put the fins across here, which are a definite must. Gotta have those. And I have my wife trying to come up with a creative way to put the license plate on there. I don't know if we're just going to print it out so it's identical, or if we'll just make one. Not entirely sure yet. But I think tomorrow I'll start working on the flaps for the boosters here, and then maybe even get some of the wheels put on. So these obviously aren't DeLorean. These obviously aren't DeLorean wheels. I'm going to do wheels that stick out sideways at about 3/4 of the way, and then somehow make it look like they're coming off on an axle. And that will give it the appearance of flying, and especially once I put lights underneath of it, I think that'll really help. Time to call it another day. You walk over here to our calendar if I can find my marker. Here we go. It's amazing how easy it is to lose something when you're just going a million miles an hour. Okay, 24th of October. Let me bring you in closer. 24th of October. I'll get this thing to mark. Done. 24th done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more working days until D-Day. I don't want to have to work on it on Halloween. I want it to be done here. Somewhere in that ballpark. Maybe the 27th or 28th. That way if there's any details that need to be ironed out, we can really do that. So, until then, until tomorrow I should say, that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave comments. I really enjoy the input. And if you come up with any other ideas, something that maybe I'm missing, would really help me out. Remember, we have to live up to that. But I think this might just do it. This might be crazy. I did just kind of realize that when this project's all said and done, I could throw some straps on here, and I can get some use out of this thing for myself. Check this out. Check it out. It's the DeLorean. It's not quite glued together yet. Boosters are moving. Look. I'm a DeLorean. Where we're going, we need to get a lot more work done. Where we're going.